You just brought this to a different level.
Jesus.
Didn't you?
This went dark.
I saw them as a kid in high school.
Really?
Yeah, that was like one of the first internet videos I saw.
Well, was that on Rotten?
Here we go.
Were you on Rotten?
No, some kid with his phone. It's
yeah,
just like, check us out.
No, for me, it was like I had to just to Google it.
Jesus
And then I watched.
ISIS.
Okay.
Are you
My
allowed
mistake.
to travel to the United States legally?
Yeah.
Have you been to China?
I guess a lot of people watched that. It was like pretty a thing.
Yeah,
it was a thing
It was.
back in the day.
You more or less couldn't avoid it for a certain time.
Yeah.
Because the US was using it
Why
to
did I
justify
avoid
invasion.
the internet for a while?
No, it was just a time like
I was just looking at porn, I
You're
guess.
just a good person.
I mean, can you know what the Americans like something happened to an American citizen? Like we killed a fucking million people in the country, but now one American died, and it's world news basically.
Yeah.
So what did you take out of that? It's
Yeah,
like,
what
would your-
did they
Look,
did they
I
do the
stopped.
cutting
I think
wrong?
I saw 3 of them.
what were
I-
you Googling?
The
exactly?
latest, no, because I heard on the news they put this video on the internet. It's horrible.
And you went straight to Dr. Google.
I have to fucking say it. I don't know. I'm this morbid. Now I stopped. I'm cured. But I remember I stopped when the quality went really high because they
They got the new
quality
iPhone.
You went to
increased
HD cameras.
massively. Yeah, no, before like it was just like a guy with a phone, I guess. Like we're really sad.
Grainy.
It was really
Yeah.
sad. Then they did like also the music and the intro, the guy taking the knife. I mean,
They got some editing
Okay.
skills
Oh
involved.
fuck, that's
too much.
Do you
Can you imagine-
reckon? Wait, do you reckon they get Adobe Premiere on a student's license?
Yeah, probably. Imagine the job placement ad looking for someone to edit the decapitation.
yeah, for sure.
Fuck.
They look for someone.
Imagine.
You can send it to my Creative Cloud.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Have you Dropbox beheading free yet?
That's fucking horrific because you're gonna.
It would be great. Wait, it
like,
would be great
when-
if they send it to Dropbox and Condoleezza Rice is basically owning half of the decapitation videos of the world.
Probably, but fuck. Imagine editing that shit. Jesus Christ, because when you edit, you pause in frames, and you're watching someone who is in the process of getting their head cut off.
If you're
Yeah, you have to get the blood splatter right?
Mm.
This
Yeah,
is-
but for me, it's more like the look of horror and fear. And
it's all
fuck.
After Effects, Harry.
But there was another one. An ex of mine told me about, which I was like, why? Seemed like a nice one. She watched there was one of the Zeta cartels. Had a line of people and they just walked along them with a chainsaw, like one
Oh,
after another.
fuck. Well, that's sick. I wouldn't watch this. I don't know.
That's
But can you imagine when they were filming?
I
the
love
guy-
where you draw the line.
That's too much, man. That's too much even for me. Imagine that.
It's like when there is multiple murders involved, I'm
Can you-
no longer on board.
Can you it's the only time when you film that you say cut at the beginning. It's like cut.
that must be
I like that
confusing
joke.
for the cameraman. It's like,
Wait, what? What am I?
that's a nice show.
Yeah, then I have a fucking cunt at the camera, and he just stops filming. It's like,
Yeah,
no, now we have to do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Did you
okay.
get that?
Reset.
Oh, I thought you said cut.
We run out of actors.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that's what prisoners are called, as actors.
What I don't remember-
Stand-in.
what I
Did
don't-
but so, did you actually have feelings and emotions to this?
Yeah, no.
Or
It's
was
like,
this
I
when
guess
you-
it's like a morbid curiosity, really. It's just I was like, oh, I'm curious, and it's like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have watched that.
Okay, I was just checking you're not like a psychopath. So you actually had
no,
feelings.
no.
That's
this
good.
is a thing though. Like the curiosity level, I get that because I did go. Like
Here we
we
go.
spoke about this before. Like Rotten was a thing, and I think the first time I saw a person that was beheaded, but it was a photograph. Wait,
All right.
wait, it was a photograph, and there was an explosion somewhere in Israel, well, Palestine, and there was parts of a body on one side of the street and the other parts on the other side of the street, and I think that this was the first time when I saw a picture like that.
Okay, yeah.
My friend used to send. My friend's dad used to send these pictures of people in roadkill accidents.
Oh my god!
So he was like, "Drive safely," and then you just see some brains over a road.
Fuck.
I've only gotten one fine ever.
but I mean, it's like the Middle Ages, or even like 100 years ago. People used to take
Right.
their kids to watch executions. It was like a
yeah, but they didn't have
it was like a
television.
family
Harry.
event.
Nothing else would happen. They had the court jester that would appear once a year, maybe with a joke, because he didn't have a room to test his material in.
You're juggling for the king, you know.
Yeah.
Look how he's justifying this. Well, they were bored. Of course they wanted
Of course
to
they
watch.
were bored. Like most killings happen because people are fucking bored. That's where I'm going with this.
Wow.
No, I'm serious.
I thought it was for oil or something.
Well, okay, no, that's murder. But just well, okay, that
He would be a great lawyer. He was bored.
He was a
was-
very bored
no, but
man.
half of America. Why do you think Americans shoot each other all the time?
Gang
There is
related.
nothing to do.
Gang,
like
gang.
most of the country is fucking boring. So anything,
So if-
anything
if
from
you-
the Appalachians to the Rocky Mountains is just a boredom fest.
I don't buy this theory, but I have the theory that countries that are boring love to go to war. That the theory I think is check. I mean,
That
look,
that fucking checks
Australia,
it.
they love everything around their war.
Are you saying then the answer to world peace is just give people Twister or something?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to tell something
Give
to
them
man.
a fucking hobby. Like just call the United States Embassy and goes like rock climbing. It's actually a thing.
Yeah.
I don't
And you can
understand
fit the
actually.
herd as well.
It's true. Why don't we solve war with like Call of Duty or something for real? I've never understood why we can't just do this. Of all the realities we could have chosen, why not just that one? Imagine Russia, Ukraine come together in a heated battle this Friday night.
I think the biggest fear of the United States, if we would do this, I have a feeling that North Korea would be winning.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't know.
don't have
I'm sure they
computers
have. Well, they have a lot of nerds, I guess.
The Asians would dominate the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This was
Korea
Yeah.
as a whole
The
would
Japanese
be winning.
Yeah.
Right?
Their game is by nature.
No, but I think it would be good to have like a simulator, right? You say, okay, Russia has 10,000 tanks, has 200,000 troops, and then you put everything on the system, right? And then Ukraine also put their data in, and then they run the simulations and
And
they
you
say,
just
okay,
give it
this
to the winner.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it. I mean,
Here's America.
yeah, that's what happened. We run the simulations.
true. That's the way to do it.
Maybe in
But then
50 years.
someone has the cheat codes, right? So it becomes like GTA. You have
yeah. Up,
flying
down, left,
tanks.
right, triangle,
I now
circle,
have
square.
flying tanks.
But I mean, we're halfway there with like remote controlled drones. Like you have kids in freight containers in Texas bombing people in the Middle East.
So wait. So
I mean, that's already-
what you're saying is basically the White House is basically a big gamer convention. And they're just
Underground
going,
way, yeah.
Which place are we bombing this afternoon?
you know, I have a good friend that's working for DARPA in the US, and he's doing drone. He studied mechanical engineering as well, TTH.
Are you still friends?
Yeah, no, the guy. I mean, he ended up in the position because he just found the job. He was in robotics, and
It's
and
like
then
the
he
video
said-
editor for ISIS. I just found the job.
Yes,
Yeah.
What's scary about this is,
but he didn't know. He was like into drones. Sorry, I just finished that. And then he basically said that at the end he ended up doing drone for war. And then when he presents, they say the general don't give a fuck about the technicalities. It's like, yeah, but how can I use it on the battlefield? It's like really. I was like, I would feel weird.
Do you realize that you've probably got this guy beheaded now? Because he was ISIS, and now we know there's a drone
so
operator.
he definitely studied
and
with you
someone's getting up
at
on
one of the most
LinkedIn
prestigious
to
universities
find-
in Switzerland. This is actually something that always baffles me, Michele, because you are one of the very few people, no, Ahmed as well, that went to ETH, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, quick pause. Let's get the episode started. Let's bring that question back.
Okay.
Okay, welcome, ladies. Oh, yeah. How do we do this?
Just go straight into it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the X, Y, and Z podcast. I'm here with my two main men, Mr. Dean Ira,
Yeah.
in his red beret, Mr. Christian Breaker, also wearing a hat.
G'day.
And I'm Harry Fucks, of course. And we are here today with our very special friend, Mr. Michaela Casanova, one of our buddies from the comedy scene.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, Michaela.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and we were just getting into who you are.
With beheadings.
Yes.
Yeah,
Talk about beheading. What's not the best
it's
start?
got weirdly awkward now for a second.
Yeah.
It's because
I
you brought
think
up
you
it
cannot
does,
start
but
with that.
you know what? When you lose your head, I think shit gets weird.
Yeah.
dude.
Actually, you know, just to finish the beheadings, you know what's weird about that? If you get your head cut off, your brain lives for like 10 seconds.
Like a
or so.
chicken.
Yeah, so that's why when they would do the guillotine, they pick up the head and show it the body.
Wait, you just mentioned chickens. Have you heard of Mike the chicken?
With the traveling chicken with no head.
With no head.
I heard about him.
I heard about it.
Yeah,
okay,
you're
so there was a
Italian.
chicken that was beheaded, but they didn't do it right. So the
He lived
chicken
for
lived
months, years or
for
something.
yes, for years.
They had to feed him through the tube of his neck.
Yes, it was just
Where is a chicken's brain?
in the head, but they didn't do it right. So the
There was a bit
nervous
of the
system was
stem
still
left.
going,
Yeah.
and the chicken lived, and it could digest and run. And
I know a lot of people like this, actually.
half of Zurich.
So anyway, Michaela. So we're just saying you are one of the most educated of the comedy circuit that we know.
Yeah. Do you look down on us not only because you're tall?
I have to leave, guys. I didn't know you didn't have a PhD. No. What? I think Ahmed it's also did ETH. Yeah.
But he bailed halfway.
He failed.
Yeah, but he
No,
had
he
a
finished
bachelor.
ETH. We didn't do the
He got the
PhD.
bachelor. Yeah, he didn't. He just
Or the
stopped.
masters
Yeah.
or whatever is in between. I have no idea.
Yeah, no. I mean, know what to say. I mean, like, it's okay. I mean, it's not that.
Did you?
I don't work at NASA.
What was
NASA.
your studies in?
You don't even know English. But
What did you study?
I studied mechanical engineering, and then I did a PhD in biomechanics.
Holy shit!
Uh,
You're Dr. Casanova, in fact.
yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell!
Call me.
Jesus
I
Christ!
think this is what we call the
Yeah.
episode, Dr. Casanova.
Dr. Casanova.
Sounds like a bad porn category.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
With the bald guy.
How many times have you been picked up on the Casanova name?
Ah, man, happens all the time. All the time, man. Yes. But it's also good sometimes because people remember your name.
What's the origin of Casanova, actually?
Well, it means just new
New
house. Right. There are many.
What?
I mean,
Really? Legit?
yeah,
New
it's-
house? Is it come look at my new house, and that's how they get a fuck over?
Hey,
It's
It's
quite.
my new
Ecco.
house. Yeah.
La mia Casanova.
It's quite. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. A guy built a house and he's like, "It's a new house." Yeah, I know. The guy's in the new house. Yeah, new house.
He's the
I guess
guy in the
something
new
like that.
house.
But is it like only Swiss Italians that can actually build new houses, or
I know because it's also in Italy they have this name.
yeah?
So
You
I
know
guess
that.
also there are people
They
building
have
houses.
new houses in
Yeah,
Italy.
yeah.
Well, you wouldn't think it when you go to Rome.
No, that's
Right.
for sure.
Well, you did get the odd earthquake in Italy. So.
But it's a quite common name actually in Italy. It's not that uncommon. In my region, like Ticino, really common. I grew up in it as well.
Okay, yeah, because I always
Italy.
kind of I do this. It's such a bad prejudice I have. Is like for you, I always just assume that you're Italian through and through, you know. But you're born and raised Ticino.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
really
but it's just so like
originated from
you're
there.
Swiss through and through, technically.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
might
it's-
be cousins.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
The
possible.
Boschetti.
No, second cousins.
we are both very tall.
Yeah.
I think.
But no, wait. So your grandfather is from Ticino, right?
No, North Italy, like
North Italy.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
real,
Italian.
Real
You're not-
Italians.
ah.
None of
See,
these
the real
fake.
stuff. You know what means Boschetti?
It's a forest or something.
Yeah, like little forests.
Yeah, a little forest, and there's a Casanova in the little forest.
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
new house next to the little
Yep.
forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, you could be a village together. Fucking hell.
This just sounds like a metaphor for clitoris.
I think it's
That
just
was-
tiny penis.
a new house in a little forest.
Why did you go that way?
I don't know.
No,
We
look.
didn't see that coming.
Okay.
No, neither did Harry. But
Yeah.
Harry doesn't see a lot of things coming. Hey,
Yeah. But how long have you been doing comedy? Because I seem to remember we kind of started around the same time. Is
Yeah.
it?
Are you part of the OG crew as well?
Wait a minute. So I think it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
You're a little bit
but
before.
you did comedy in Sydney before.
Yeah. So here is how it started. It's a cool story actually. I was watching a comedy show of well, we cannot say names, right? Well, we were watching a comedy. I was watching a comedy show back
You can
in the
if it's a
day.
person that.
I said it was the one of Guy Stevens.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Fuck that
Okay,
guy.
no, you shouldn't have said that name.
Well, all right. So
You're watching
and
a guy. Okay.
yeah, like I'm comedy was inviting to comedians, and on the middle I saw Jack Roberts performing. Yeah, it was like
fuck.
this was maybe 6 years ago. I was 29, I think.
Yeah.
Checks
Checks out.
something on that. And I found it quite funny. Honestly, he kind of bombed because he was like super insecure and watching down all the time was kind of weird. But some jokes were
Nothing
great.
changed.
Some jokes, and I no, I think
Shout out to Jack.
Jack has good comedy, and then I was like, dude, this guy was better than the first professional. I was like thinking some jokes were more clever, and And then I started thinking, maybe I can give it a go. And then I went again to watch comedy. And this time, the comedian interacted with me because it was in the first row. He asked me, so how tall are you? I was like 195. And then he was British, the guy. So he say it in bloody English. And so I say, 195. And then he loved it. I was like, and then after the show, he told me, man, if you have like the quick answer, you should try it. And I already had it in mind to try. So I said, yeah, fuck it. So I signed up for the open mic for the next month because it was once a month, the show, I think. And
That was in Zurich.
that was in Zurich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Scot. Yeah. And then on the next, on this open mic, there was not an open mic. Actually, it was between professionals, right? But I did the open mic, let's say, between the two professionals. And I brought many of my friends and good laugher. And I have still the set, and it was okay-ish. I mean, it was I was not super proud, I must say. But my friends laughed so much that it looks great on video. But and then I was like, well, I can try to do it again because I thought it was a success, which wasn't. And then I did 1 year of my PhD in Sydney, and then there I started doing it weekly because in Zurich there was no chance of doing it.
There was
weekly.
no mics, yeah.
Yeah, there was no mics 6 years ago.
God damn.
And then there I was going weekly, and I must say the scene in Sydney is tougher than in Zurich for spots, right? I mean, it's like London, and that you have like to sign up, and then like you have like maybe 25 comedians on the same night, and no one gives a fuck about your set. It's quite annoying.
Do you at least have an audience, or is it just comedians?
Mostly comedians. No, well, most half of them are comedians. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But there is.
Do you
no
remember which
decent
venue you played?
Yeah, so I played at the Crater Record Crater, I think it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was like every week was a weekly one, and then I did a competition that was in the center, and then it's like a proper room, like really a small theater.
Yeah.
And they run the competition a year, and then there I arrived to the semifinals of the competition. But I guess because the quality is really low, so you just
So
I was not great jokes, but was like, okay, people were worse than me. So
And then when you came back to Zurich, nothing changed really.
nothing changed really. Then I went again to one of the let's say open mic in between professionals that Guy Stevens asked a spot to Guy, and then I did a good set there because I had all the material that I accumulated in this time in Sydney. So, and then after the set, Guy told me, okay, here you are into something. If you keep improving, we can start giving you 20 minutes. And then I didn't have spots to try out new material.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I saw Chris Darwa.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Chris Darwa by chance in another time because I did twice there at Mascot once I was back from Sydney. And then Chris told me that, hey, we are starting an open mic in McGee's, right? McGee's.
Okay, so
right?
that's 2016
Yeah,
now.
yeah. And then we're like, all right. And then we started from there, right? And then you remember we were struggling having an audience. You weren't there, Harry,
No,
right?
I wasn't in there.
Yeah, but we were struggling to having an audience at McGee's. Some nights we had like full room. Some nights
It's the
really
only
no
pub
one.
in Zurich that I know is struggling for even just punters.
Mm.
For people to go drinking.
Such an odd place.
Anyways,
So weird.
and then I think Ahmed picked up the scene, right? I mean, and
We usually have a segment, Bad Joke of the Day. And I think, obviously, most of our first jokes could easily fit into that category. Do you remember any of your first jokes from your first sets?
oh man, let me think. I like the one. I don't say it anymore, but the one on the My Chinese Girlfriend. I don't know if you heard that one because probably you didn't. So it's like
Oh shit!
you know that one. It was
Come on, dudes. Let's get into this now. Okay. Come on.
Get into what?
Okay. Shall I do the backstory?
There's no backstory. I don't want to talk about this one. We're listening to one of his jokes.
Yeah, but you okay, tell the joke.
All right.
You went straight for the shit, man.
No, it was the joke is I broke up with my Chinese girlfriend, and it was a really weird breakup because she wanted me to break up with her. So we were at this Chinese restaurant, and her name is Lin. And I asked her, so what do you want to eat? And she's, what do you want? And she said, dumpling.
Oh yeah, dumpling.
That's sad. Right? I don't know. I remember the first time I tried and it worked really well. But I don't know. Sometimes maybe it can still work. I don't know. I don't believe much. I don't believe much in this joke.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Okay, I'm gonna do it, guys. I hope you can tell me to shut the fuck up. Because
Well,
we
well,
had like a little comedy scandal because you both have Asian girlfriend material.
No, not both. All three of us.
Well, you do too, but you two had like like about dumping or getting dumped by your Asian
breaking up with your Asian girlfriend.
And as I understood it, it was a scandal for a while until I realized actually.
Was it a scandal though?
It was one bad evening, which I told Harry that I didn't want to talk about from my side. So
Yeah, but I mean, I thought you two figured it out.
yeah, we did ages ago.
Yeah,
It's a typical comedian political issue.
Oh, is it about like, this is my joke, this is your joke?
Yeah, one of those.
Oh, fuck.
But like adults, sweeter, we had that conversation.
right. Dude. Yeah, but I have proofs. There was it was not that this joke in particular. It was another joke, right?
Yeah, another one.
Yeah, but I have proof, man, because I have a
Look,
video.
I mean, this is the thing.
I have videos of me telling this joke before you told this joke.
That's fine. We had this discussion. The problem is that I think it's such a bad joke anyway because
But I said it.
it's
It's a shitty joke. I said it first.
it's a terrible joke. It doesn't mean anything.
What was the joke again?
Something about, for me, it was like losing my Asian girlfriend in a crowd of Asians. Pretty much, that was like the
but
the
I know,
Korea,
the
Korea
joke.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was not that one. I mean, I didn't say that one. It was another. Well,
If-
anyways, I had a joke about podcast that I used because everyone. I had the impression everyone has a fucking podcast, right?
Yeah, every white man after
Yeah.
in their 30s.
Everyone who thinks they have an opinion agreed. Yeah.
And then, this joke is like I was talking to one of my friend, and he said, "Dude, you have to listen to my podcast." I was like, "Man, I don't even listen to you when you talk to me directly. Why should I listen to your fucking podcast?"
I did like that joke actually a lot because there is, like, I know what we are doing here right now, but there is also enough self-awareness to go like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
There's
but we
a
got
lot going
video
on.
now. Check it out on YouTube. That's where we mostly do stuff. You can see Harry's disgusting face live in action. And
this is-
Michaela's, you can see what he looks like.
But I think it's really a thing. Like the real point of podcasting is that no one actually wants to listen to anyone anymore. So this makes us sit down and have a conversation. Like we wouldn't be having this conversation otherwise.
Yeah.
Because we're pretending that we're somehow important and that someone gives a shit, and that makes us behave ourselves.
So speaking into a microphone gives you legitimacy.
It really, it unfortunately does in most cases, right? Enough
all of
to
comedy.
enough to hit somebody as well.
I mean, try telling your joke to someone. They don't give a fuck. No one gives a fuck about jokes. If you tell them individually,
Yeah.
when there is a group, it's okay.
But
somehow,
but you could work though because you have one-liners. So your jokes actually, you don't need a massive setup.
it's true, huh? It's true.
And
It's an
the shit
advantage.
that the shit that we do is mostly like very elaborate stories about sex lives, and you just go like, all right, bing bang boom, here's the punchline. I actually envy this a little bit because I cannot write jokes like you do. There's
right.
very few people that can write one-liners, and the way that this is happening. How many people in the comedy scene in Zurich are writing one-liners? It's Michele?
I've got a one-liner. Can I just try a one-liner?
Oh,
on
for
you,
fuck's
Michele?
sake.
You
Go.
can, so you can give me a score
Go
of how
ahead.
good this one-liner is. Spice up your love life. Put chili in the lube.
Wow. All right. I think we're done here.
Not a good one.
I was wondering. I was wondering if this is a joke or more of like a BDSM kind of
An actual
instruction video.
Actual advice.
BDSMR.
Dude, you do that on Pornhub. That's gonna go way bigger than your TikTok career.
Yeah, can we start talking about TikTok?
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, let's do this.
Topic.
Harry,
Topic.
do you know what TikTok is, Harry? First of all,
Toby, I know it's something that takes people that I like and then they just vanish into a zone of retardedness.
right? It's just that endless scrolling zombification of,
Exactly.
of
Are you on
millennials.
TikTok, Dean?
I am actually, unfortunately.
I didn't know that.
I got a TikTok hit even.
Wait. Are you're producing or are you lurking?
No, I've got a video that's gone viral.
What does that
This
mean?
is the most proudest moment I have, which shows you how little value I have for anything in life. It's like, oh, I got 60K views on a video once.
60K.
Ah.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
You see, this is not a good reaction, guys.
Ah.
Oh, go fuck yourself. It's like it doesn't that mean nothing.
It means
No, it's
because
quite good.
everyone who watched that has
for sure
since
good.
completely forgotten.
Exactly,
'Cause-
because it's just on to the next thing, you know?
No, but I think
Sounds like my love life.
60,000. It's really decent.
No.
No,
Is it like, look, I think I've seen kids on the tram scrolling and their accounts got like 100,000.
Did you see a kid
Look at
on the
you.
tram watch your video and just scroll past it?
No,
And deeply inside you were hurt.
Dude, a lot of things hurt me, but that would not be one.
was it about comedy? Your video was
it
it like
was,
stand up or?
No, it was like I filmed it with Ahmed Bilge.
The one I love the one.
Yeah,
I
was
love the
great.
one of the
The prank
photography,
video, yeah,
right?
the photography
That's
one.
so good.
Yeah.
Was your idea the
It
video?
was a collab.
All right. No, the video I think is really genius. The video,
Yeah.
I really love it, and I actually commented on. I'm a commenter. I
You're a
comment.
Do
You're
you
the commenter.
do you comment on all the platforms?
Nah, actually, I don't. I'm not in Insta that much. I don't.
I was wondering if you would be the guy that would comment on Pornhub.
Nah.
This is where I'm trying to go with this.
Yeah.
Only if you say.
Finally, I found the guy.
Only if I see Harry. I'm like, hey, Harry, is it you?
It's not hard to find Harry on the internet.
It's an easy mistake to make on lots of porn
It would be
videos.
very funny though if we would start do this on Pornhub, and after every single guy that's like a bald guy that's fucking someone, we just Harry, is it you?
Jesus Christ.
Thousands of videos.
Yeah.
Harry,
Yeah.
is it you?
With
The
a
Harry
link,
movement.
with a link. Maybe that is how to boost your get the clicks. But
Probably.
okay, so TikTok. I first ran into TikTok back when it was called Musical.ly. So
Really? I didn't even
and
know.
so it wasn't always
Look how
TikTok. It
old
was
he
called
is.
Musical.ly. It was this time where everything was .ly. It was actually my daughter that got into it. And in the first iteration of TikTok, it's the same company, was...
What are they called? 10 Cent or something?
I'm not sure if it's 10 cent, but hold on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. So, and it's like they have some music, and then they were getting like girls 8 years and up to dance and sing, and it's basically like
That's Mikhail's audience, right?
it's like
They
priming-
forced.
No, they found the way that little girls really want to do it. It's the most fucked up thing imaginable. Like apart from all the creeps watching that shit, it's just like
You had the app. You had the app.
No,
thanks.
and it was one of these ones where I almost said that's got to fucking go, but instead I just made her feel like an idiot. That worked much better. But yeah, it was completely
Parenting
fucked up.
101.
And it's just like priming a generation to be pole dancers and shit. It was crazy.
You really think it's that angle?
That's how it began. That's how they got traction, and then they
What?
rebranded
But
to TikTok.
that wasn't deliberate. I think they stumbled over that by accident, didn't they?
Yeah, they stumbled over it. It became a big hit with teenage girls, not even teenage girls, younger girls. There was a time where you'd see them all around.
It's not
Yeah.
making it better.
But I guess there's this prejudice on TikTok that is just teenager dancing, whereas there is so much content. I think TikTok is like YouTube. You can find everything. You really can find everything. I mean, if I see my feed of the people that I'm following, it's just science, neuroscience, psychology, philosophy, comedy, and that's it.
But at
That's
what
it. I don't get dances.
But it's kind of like just at some point it's just an influx of information endlessly through TikTok and just the way you're scrolling. So you're not absorbing anything. There's no point in
No,
just
there are, like,
regurgitating
some-
content all the time.
No, there are some things that I learned from TikTok, like
such as videos should be
let me
short.
think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
well,
it's like a
it's-
3-second rule thing. You know?
Learn not that I learn how to make TikTok from the videos, but I learned something that is nice to know. Like,
Sure.
For instance, I was looking the one on determinism. You know determinism?
Determinism.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
It's basically a philosophical idea that everything is determined, and
Yes.
because everything
So it's like when you're trying to take a shit, but you can't, but you keep going.
That was destiny. That's
Fantastic.
that will happen again, by the way, because you
Determinism.
don't drink enough water.
No, you're determinism.
Determinism. Yeah, and basically, yeah, well, everything goes according to the law of physics,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Also quantum physics is random. It doesn't have an influence. I mean,
I
it's
stu-
random,
I-
but it's not free choice.
But you could have
so
come to
that's
me.
everything. Is,
Because I studied physics.
okay, it's not.
But carry on.
You didn't study it. Did you
Yes,
study
I fucking
it?
studied
No
physics.
shit. I thought
Yeah.
you were studying informatics.
Do you know how
IT.
we all had to get educated to get on stage to act like we were stupid idiots?
Wow.
Like, you have a PhD. I mean, back when I was in this, we were only doing like bachelors, and then like 5 years later, people are like, oh no, I need a master's to be better than the bachelor's.
I learned how to
Fuck,
fold
you
paper
studied
planes.
physics.
And you guys are on TikTok, right?
And now you're looking 8 years old on TikTok, and I'm looking at at a philosopher. I don't know.
Yeah, but so when did you create
Yeah.
when did you get into TikTok?
So
How many
So-
followers do you have actually?
no many 700, but the thing is, it's growing quite fast.
Yeah.
I got like 650 followers. I started basically. Let me start from the beginning. I started maybe last winter, like just posting video, but shitty quality. Nothing happened like until less than 2 months ago when I posted a video. It went also quite viral as you, like 60,000 views. And then I started from there. I started posting a bit regularly, and yeah, in less than 2 months I got 650 followers and I don't know 12,000 likes and I don't know how many views.
And these are people that you don't know, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know
Yeah.
a single one of
Yeah.
them. I guess
Yeah.
just one or two, probably.
The old,
So
the 12-year-old girl.
so it's easy to grow, I guess. Maybe easier than Instagram, probably.
Yeah,
So-
but it is interesting, like the balances of bullshit and actual educational topics
Yeah.
on TikTok. Like there was this recently a girl who's gone viral for having Tourette's, right? And she's just kind of educating her audience on Tourette's
Whilst
And-
having Tourette's.
while having Tourette's, and she's hilarious, right? So she's very open about like how it affects her daily life and the medication she has while doing, and a lot of her tics have gone viral in like the sound clips that they edit. And one of my favorites is "You're done, you're done," and I like you guys are like the cringeworthy. It sounds
you know what,
cringeworthy because.
but you can't explain this.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like it's interesting learning about those, but then you scroll next and it's just somebody's tits bouncing.
Right.
use learning, but then the
But
algorithm
that
learn from
probably
your.
actually helps it get into your subconscious faster. Like you remember better.
Yeah. And
I
then
mean, if you
start
had that, if
bouncing
you
with
had
Tourette.
that at school, like when we'd learn maths much faster. If you learn a bit of algebra, you see a bit of boob
Yeah,
bounce.
I heard this thing that in China they're pushing more.
Oh, here we go.
You heard the one? It's conspiracy theories. No. In China, apparently they're pushing more science video, engineering video on the feed.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Whereas in Europe and America, they let it
Let
really
tits.
basic tits.
Just
and then
tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you, but I must say,
If you,
But there's a
the
Chinese
algorithm really
TikTok.
learns what
no?
you like. Huh?
Look, there's a specific Chinese TikTok.
Yeah, because
It's not the TikTok.
Yeah, but TikTok is a Chinese
Wait,
company, so
It's the same, isn't it?
so yeah, it's
It
so
is,
they,
right? But they've got their own algorithm separate to the Western society.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
educational algorithm, apparently.
Yeah.
That's
TikTok
so funny,
there.
though. That is so funny.
This is how they're taking over the
Imagine
world.
that. But I'm just imagining the meeting with Xi Jinping and the owner of TikTok is like.
Well, you're talking about Winnie the Pooh, right?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. Just the owner of TikTok, and they would sit together. It's like, all right, let's make sure the whiteys are not overtaking again.
Yeah. How can we dumb down America?
And make our
even
kids
more?
smarter.
Yeah.
Let's teach them about like the burning point of water or whatever. It's like whatever. Fucking hell.
This is
I
how-
don't know
this is how
physics.
And they
stupid you
will.
are.
Yes. They will,
The
yeah.
water boiling
Yeah.
point. Meanwhile, it's
There
like,
is a burning point of water, by the way.
but it is. I mean, the thing is,
100.
it is a great way to crush your enemy.
yeah,
like
make
not-
them stupid.
Yeah, make them dumb. It's
Yeah,
Of course
exactly.
they're gonna fucking do that.
This is
I
where,
mean,
like,
I think it checks.
This is-
It tracks, yeah.
Yeah, this is where like the rise of Westerners trying to get into the Chinese audience. So there's like TikTok dudes who will dye their hair and get like eye surgery to look more Chinese, and they'll
Jeez.
sing
Are you
like
shitting me?
patriotic Chinese songs. Yeah,
It's
their
good, man.
audience is giant. They make so much money.
Next
from that.
TikTok you see of me, I'm a killer.
Wait, what? They do slanted eyes?
Dude, everything.
Surgery?
They'll like do surgery to look more Asian.
Isn't that like that's just basically blackface? That's,
Pretty much.
Yes,
This
it is.
Like the American
But
K-pop band.
Harry, the one thing I must say though, if you did it, everyone would know. I might get away with it because I don't know. I have like darkerish hair.
I used to watch these movies as a kid, Charlie Chan, and it was these black and white stuff from Hollywood. They had a dude that a white guy playing the greatest Chinese detective. And I would totally look like that, like totally not Asian at all.
Wait, but there is a Sean,
Like an
Sean
Asian-
Connery had a yellow face in a James Bond movie.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Did you see this?
And Robert Downey Jr.
Michaela-
And they did it with lemons.
You ever done a bit of
What do you mean,
black
lemons?
face, yellow face?
No,
No,
but
in-
if I go on the Chinese TikTok, I would go for Chinos as my name. Just came to my mind that could be a good nickname.
Having said,
Chinos.
it's funny. I have a very white man nose as well.
Mine is longer.
And
That's
yours
fucking
is
nothing.
longer. But my girlfriend, this is the one thing that she laughs at all the time. She's like, "Why are your fucking noses so huge?"
She's not that big, man.
It's not that big, I don't think.
No.
No.
it's not.
Is this her like leaning in front of a glass window, like looking in?
She does this. She does this, like hand in the face, and it's like it doesn't touch. It's like what? What are you expecting?
Look, it's service purpose. Sniffing cocaine at the bank. It's okay. It's
I needed a good Hoover.
if I would do cocaine, I think I can take the line like this.
What do you mean
Like original.
wood?
I don't.
Respect, man. Respect to that.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Good.
Back
Yeah.
to TikTok.
You just crush up pills. Okay.
How many downloads do you think had TikTok so far?
How many downloads?
Yeah, the app. How many down?
They're probably up there in the 2-3 billion by now, I guess.
That's really
That's a lot.
optimistic.
No, Facebook.
it's-
Facebook is like Facebook is okay. Maybe that's too much,
Yeah,
but
that's-
Facebook's at that number
Demographic.
of users.
So 1.5 billion.
I wasn't.
But
out for
how
that.
long have they been around?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they're exponentially growing. I think they've been around for 10 years. I mean, the thing is,
TikTok.
if you see the curves of growth,
TikTok has been around for 10 years.
I think
Yeah,
or
that's
less,
what I was saying. Music,
like that.
and they were musically.
maybe less.
No, they definitely might. Like my daughter, she was, I don't know, like 10, I think, when she started playing
I'm
around with that shit.
baffled.
Musically, though, it was still around when I got to this country.
Ah, all right. When did you?
2004.
Yeah.
2004.
It wa-
Oh.
no, but
So it must have been
apps-
after that.
Okay.
Apps didn't exist in 2000.
What's the point of it all? Then, like, what do you aim to kind of get to? TikTok fame? Can you monetize that even?
No, I don't think. I think it's really difficult. Maybe,
Patreon.
Maybe if you have
Mm.
shows, it's good. I mean, I had like probably 20 people writing me for asking, "Hey, where do you perform? Hey, where is this?" So
That's already a lot. Like 20,
Yeah,
20
right?
people. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
tell
And
them
then
about the age limit to get into the clubs and stuff?
and then
Just
they're
like-
like,
we don't
Sorry,
have, we don't have
honey.
it. Do we have it?
they were like, next time I'm flying over to Switzerland from Alabama, I'll come and
Yeah.
watch your
No,
shit.
no. I guess I mean, I really think most of the views that I get are from
Local people.
Yeah,
That's
Swiss
cool.
people. Yeah, pretty. Because I also think the one that goes viral are, or like viral maybe is a big word. Like it's like 60,000. So they are the one that are about Switzerland and stereotypes. So
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
I got like the other Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday.
Stereotypes
Yeah.
are funny.
I got like a girl telling me, I was thinking that you stole the joke from the video I saw on TikTok, and then I realized it was you. It's like, and actually, no, it was another guy stole the joke from
And
another guy.
the-
No,
Did you suckle your nipple at that point? It was exciting being
Ah, okay.
recognized.
it was. I mean, I was like,
Online.
all right.
It's nice.
No,
to
I
be
guess. I mean,
recognized.
I think if you do a show, is okay. It's good. I mean, to have like someone knowing it, and also I like to share my jokes. It's like the same as going to perform your jokes, and when you get like a laugh on the crowd, it's a good feeling, and it's a good feeling when you have a lot of likes, a lot of good comments.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I posted that video.
So do you reckon you get the same dopamine?
Nah, less,
different-
but it's
Different flavors of
But it's nice
dopamine.
when you think a joke is good, right? and then you put it, and there is a good end. I mean, you
No,
know,
of course,
it's good
yeah.
feeling, so yeah.
You're one of the
Yeah, but
few,
go ahead.
you're one of the few guests that actually came prepared for an episode as well.
No, Chris came. I heard one of Chris.
Yeah,
is really
yeah, yeah.
good.
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris,
Chris
roasted
did
us.
come prepared.
I was just wondering what's on the paper there.
Yeah, no, the data on TikTok. I wanted to tell you
Okay,
guys.
tell
Oh,
us,
TikTok,
tell us
yeah.
some
Give us
TikTok
some,
facts.
So,
But can you do it in an annoying did you know manner?
did you know?
I have you know.
Did you know? No, thing is different from Instagram because 75% of the visualization goes on the For You page, which means are not the people you follows, not necessarily. I mean, there can be videos from people you follows, but most of the video you are going to be shown are from other people. So basically, that's why also is you can create such a growth in 2 months because you will be shown to people that are not your followers as well a lot,
Right.
much more than people that follows you. So I activated the data analysis, and you can see that just 2% I think of people that follows me see my videos. The other 98% are people that just are on the For You page.
Holy
right?
shit.
Because we're reaching also this number. I mean,
Yeah.
as I say, it's 600 followers, so you cannot reach these numbers. And it's also interesting how it works because I've seen that for getting a bit viral, let's say for being shown at least to more than 20,000 people, you need to have a like per view ratio of 10%, more or less. I mean,
Like per view.
yeah. So if you every 100 view, you have to have
Then
at least 10 likes.
Yeah.
So and I think it's a good metrics because I mean my video I see right now they're going to be shown at least, even if that sucks, I don't know if I put like a black screen, probably it's going to be shown to 200 people probably at this time, and then you get 0 like and then they stop showing you. But I think 200 people is already a good measure of how good the joke is, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I mean you have like a sample of 200. When I see that it doesn't go viral, it doesn't grow, I accept it. I was like, all right, probably is a shitty joke.
Wait, so
For TikTok.
are you using this now for joke writing? So
No, not at all. Not at all, because the thing that TikTok likes are not the same of comedy. Some of the jokes that I use a lot on comedy that work pretty well, like the Tinder joke, the stop systemic racism. You know that one? The stop, you like the one? I mean, it usually works, that one.
Yeah, but-
I uploaded it, and I for 300 view I got like, I don't know, 20. No, much less. Let me be 300 view.
For context, do you
15
want to
likes.
tell the audience those jokes or not?
Yeah, sure. It's not that long, so I can say. So I saw a guy the other day with a T-shirt with written "Stop Systemic Racism," and I was like, "Do we really need to be that specific? I mean, wouldn't it be stop racism enough, right? We have to distinguish right now between systemic and random racism." Like a guy walks to someone and asks, hey, do you know what time is it? I'm not going to tell you, you fucking Frenchman. I'm Japanese. I know, but this is random racism, motherfucker.
That one.
But
So
you know,
they're on TikTok.
But this is why that doesn't work, because you need that tension, because you create a lot of tension with that joke.
I guess on
And-
the live audience is different.
Yeah.
For sure. But but it went pretty bad. I was like, okay, that's
No, but
interesting.
what's interesting to me though, you got the metric right of how the joke works. Have you ever translated that back into what you do on stage and go like, okay, that joke worked on TikTok, I'm gonna use that more on stage?
I think because the joke that I put in TikTok are jokes that usually I established, I guess.
Right.
So
Okay, you're not bringing in fresh material.
I know. I mean, sometimes if it works, I mean, now I posted maybe, I don't know, 20 jokes. Maybe.
Sure.
So if I see that the audience react really well, then I post it. But I don't think there is. But I don't think actually that there is really a relation between how much the audience there will laugh and how many views you're going to have, how many likes you're going to have on TikTok.
It doesn't
That's
translate.
really interesting.
Yeah.
I posted the Swiss Jesus joke the other day.
Yeah.
Now it's like a 25,000. But when I said the joke at Toro Bar, was not that a big reaction. It was like, oh, yeah, okay. Some like a French girl was really laughing super hard, but the other was like, meh.
But yeah,
But
that's interesting.
The French girl was laughing because
but maybe-
she didn't understand.
Yeah, but maybe you just didn't have enough Swiss people in the room, because one thing I've noticed in Switzerland is there's this kind of Swiss people love anything that adds to Swiss culture. So anything that, like it's like a weird obsession.
true.
Yeah, it's the only thing they're familiar with.
And
Trevor
I noticed
Noah.
because the English aren't really into it. Yeah, Trevor Noah. He's the holy comedian that made it, even though he's not that
His dad
Swiss.
disowned him. You know?
And, yeah, and so anything where you tell Swiss people something about Switzerland, they're like, oh, wow, it's so Swiss now.
Yeah, probably.
Roger Federer, South Africa too. Just go put that out there.
Another interesting thing that I want to
Christian's like,
say.
oh, my heart.
It's you have to censor the words that
Nipples.
are violent or vulgar.
Wait, what?
Have you seen that? Also,
No.
so if you see videos on TikTok, they usually censor even the audio. Fuck, they censored. I mean, the real. They want to get a lot of views because it's actually a thing. I also thought, they don't read. I mean, the algorithm doesn't read your subtitles or doesn't read your voice.
It does, right?
Looking for it does.
Of course it does,
A day.
Yeah. And so you have to write.
Oh.
I mean, when I write blood, I write BL00D.
That's where that
Yeah.
shit is coming from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was like, I wasn't sure it was a true thing, right? Then I put my Google review, the Google review joke.
I love that,
And,
that you use the word blood and not slut.
right, because it was about blood and not slut. I didn't get that one.
I didn't get it either, Christian.
Never mind.
Okay.
That was funny in my
All
head.
right. Anyways, I had the Google review joke that has the word suicide, right?
Yes.
So I saw that joke was doing fucking great at the beginning. Got like more than 10% like ratio.
Okay.
You know, like for 100 views, I got more than 10 likes, which means
Sure.
it's going to be pushed, right? But it stopped. It stopped like at, 1,000 or so, or like 2,000. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I thought, wow, right, I say the word suicide. And then it's in
Maybe-
the thing.
Maybe it was just a bad joke.
No, I mean, because you had, I can see two things. I mean, it can be a bad jokes, but if
No, yeah,
people
it's for
like
sure.
it,
It's for
they
sure a
push it.
family-friendly platform,
Yeah.
right? Aimed at
Yeah,
12-year-old girls.
I don't know,
dancing.
but it's.
But that's
Wait,
interesting.
but did you spell it differently afterwards? Can you
Yeah,
can you
I mean,
edit the
with a
video?
Z.
But they can. I
Suicide.
think they also hear. I mean, the audio, and they see the suicide word is in. And I'm not just saying on like ratio, but I also saying on sharing ratio, because also I can see two things. I can see how many people are sharing,
Like and share, yeah.
and the share is good. The like is good. I don't see any difference from the
It's an
other.
algorithm cutting
the
you
one
short.
pushed,
Yeah.
and they are really, it's a thing. And that's why I was like, dude, why these people write I don't know, suicide with a one, right, instead of the I. I was like, dude, it's like I think it's too much. They're not going to. And I think really it's a thing that happens.
This is really interesting. I mean, on the one hand, we put a video on YouTube recently with the title "Ghetto Hobbits," is about the Lord of the Rings having now black characters, and that was starting to go up big. And I think it hit about 400 views, and I think that's where an algorithm kicked in to check it, and then.
They heard Harry's voice and were like, nah.
No, I think
Not
it was
this
just
guy
like-
again.
A ginger is talking about black people.
Yeah, forget about it.
It's gotta
Middle-aged
stop.
white guy. No,
But actually, what you're saying about like I'm very interested how you're analyzing the ratios of things. What this is actually saying is what TikTok really does is really reward good content from the beginning, because
Yeah.
define good content though.
Well,
content
Very much according to she.
Then I think
Exactly.
or content that people want to watch versus, and you get an opportunity to get an audience because
yeah, totally.
Instagram, pretty much all the other social networks were or are gamified in the sense that there are all these strategies. You follow like 10,000 people, like 10% follow you back, then you unfollow all of those and do it again. And that's how a lot of people
Right.
built up big Instagram profiles.
Mhm.
Fuck, I didn't know.
That doesn't work anymore though. It's surprising though. These algorithms.
There's still people trying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Nah.
Fuck.
But these algorithms are shaping our lives more than we know in the beginning, like the future of it. Because I remember downloading TikTok, and almost within a minute, I had Asian girls all over the place.
Like it read your mind.
I was like, shit, how did it know?
Or is it because 75% of TikTok users are in China?
There you go. Maybe it's that. I'd like to think it's that, not just my bias.
Also, another thing that you see is that it's not because you have a lot of followers that the next video is going to be successful. Exactly because of these things that 75% of people are on the For You page. So what impressed me, I think Ahmed had like this video with more than 1 million followers.
Oh, the
yeah,
seat
and the
beating.
next, or like exactly, this tapping on the seat on SBB.
For
And then-
context, there was a video that Bill Gates did where he started hitting the
Another
train
one?
seat,
Yeah, everyone knows that.
and the amount of like dust and fucking flesh that came out of it. Ugh.
Flesh.
It was disgusting.
skin.
It
It's like
it was
skin flakes.
dead skin cells from
yeah.
And he
people
had,
that had to go to
and-
work in Altstetten at UBS.
it's a metaphor for
Yeah, but anyways, that one went
Dusty
viral.
assholes.
That one went viral, and if you look like a video they posted after, I think it had like only a couple of thousand or something. Like
Yeah, so
it's-
that's
you post a
fascinating.
video 1.1, and now it's at 1.5 million.
So
Before it was a million. It was
One
like, what the
success
fuck?
doesn't translate in future successes.
Yeah. Every video is evaluated. I mean, I don't say that if you have a lot of followers, you will have the same view count as one that have few followers, but there is the correlation is not big at all.
That's fantastic because that's a little bit like every single disclaimer on a hedge fund.
Oh.
Past success is no indication of future success.
Hedge
But
fund is
you
just
know what it
translated.
is, ironically as well? It is the perfect like implementation of the American dream.
It is. Yes.
It took the Chinese to
Yes.
make the
Yeah.
American dream work.
That is
It's
100%
that
true.
everyone could have his chance for greatness.
That's what Andy Warhol said. We all have 5 minutes of fame.
But on TikTok, it's like what, 5
It's
seconds?
3 seconds. Yeah, you got
What?
that wrong.
Okay,
5 minutes is color TV era.
So some more details. So what's your average video length? What's the
30 to a minute. 30 seconds
Do
to a minute.
people watch a minute?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. That's you also have how long people watch the video for.
Yes.
You also have this.
Well, so you know the drop-off rate and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. More or less, you see it. I guess a minute is already a lot. I wouldn't go past a minute.
That's
But I-
fantastic.
but I've
It's
heard-
not,
comedy,
though,
for
when you
comedy.
think about it,
But
right?
I've heard TikTok's actually slightly longer than Instagram, like the 15-second
Really?
story.
Yeah. You can do minutes if you want. Like I think you can do even 3-4 minutes.
But like
I'm
the
glad that's the value
what,
of time these days.
what's like there's like I think I saw somewhere that there's like the optimum length is somewhere around like 20 to 30
15
seconds.
centimeters, they say. No. What?
As long as it
God.
takes to get in 15 centimeters. You don't bring me onto the dicks, man.
I thought you were
took
going
me-
there. I don't know.
No. It's
Right.
just like the length of video. I've heard it's like 20 to 30 seconds or something. It's like
Can
what
it be?
most
Yeah.
people are doing.
When they're
Can
dancing,
be.
but Michele is
Not dancing,
this-
man. I will, but I'm not yet.
Will you?
Well, man.
It's only a matter of time
Everything
before
for
you.
those likes.
All right, more
into a stripper.
more into. And now you see you're saying it.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Are you getting addicted to the likes? Are you feeling yourself like... I know that you're a very controlled person. You run heaps and bicycle shit and all that sort of stuff.
Also, are these implants?
No, it's all natural. A lot of people ask me, you can touch it if you
they're slightly too perky. Do you know what I mean? Like,
So,
Yeah.
but no,
like you're working one
honestly,
machine
like
a little bit too
you're a
much,
very
so-
controlled guy, right? So you know what you eat, you know how you train, all that sort of stuff. Is TikTok your poison?
No, I wouldn't say no, not now. But it's true that is when I'm bored, I looked. Yeah, I'm guilty.
There
No,
you go.
actually, you
No,
know,
but also for yourself, like
I
you
think-
did. We spoke about like getting the likes and stuff.
Yeah.
It does something to you, right? So
Yeah.
you feel like, okay, now I have to produce more.
yeah, I guess yes. I want to produce more. Yes, when I see that there's an audience and people like it, and I feel that I have good feedback. Yes, that's true. That's a thing. I mean, I don't think it's pathological, but it's still a thing.
Yet.
Yeah. Yet. No. And also like, I mean, we are not talking a bit about big numbers, right? I guess I mean, yeah. Ahmed, I think is more than 10,000, right? And it took
Followers?
a lot of 10,000 followers in TikTok, but it took a lot of time to him to build up an audience. So
Yeah.
it took, I mean, to him, I guess, to everyone.
And now I just see him on YouTube ads all the time.
Yeah. And all right.
Shout
never
out to
seen it.
Amit. You're not. We know you're not listening, but he's doing some of those crowdwork clips as YouTube ads now. Occasionally, I get one.
Really? Never did. I never did.
And you never check YouTube anymore. You're
yeah.
beyond YouTube. You're
I'm a fuck it.
only TikTok.
Yeah. I guess also don't check Instagram anymore. I just look at, because I mean, if you get TikTok, I feel like I'm learning something.
I just had a moment in my head where I'm like, oh, that must be nice. Not to look at Instagram anymore.
Because I mean, if you get like the right videos in TikTok that you're watching, I mean the right content, then you don't feel that you are wasting really time like in Instagram. In Instagram is like,
that's fantastic.
There's this girl, I hate that pizza. Look at my pizza. I have your pizza, right? And when you have someone that explains, hey, this is determinism. Hey, this is postmodernism. This is what I mean with this and that. That's
so
quite cool.
for me, Instagram now is worse than having a wank. Like the guilt that comes after, it's worse. It's just
Wow.
That's a good thing.
it's
You
just
got
like
that Catholic guilt when it comes to shooting one out.
But you spoke about this, Harry. You know, like that post wank guilt
but
thing. But Instagram now is fucking bad because I'm like, oh, I know how much time I've just sank into a black hole of nothingness.
This is the thing. Okay, you guys heard about that whole Google memo that went around where one of the employees was like, yo, we have a responsibility not to kind of actively engage in users getting addicted to our platforms, right? So they have to design for...
When did they discuss that? In 1998?
Dude, a while ago. But the memo went viral in the company. And everyone was like, yeah, agreed. We shouldn't convince our users to get addicted through the UX design and everything, right? And they all agreed it one day. The next day it was just like business as usual.
Yeah, of course.
So it's just like even Instagram now, you've seen the stuff you've seen. You get to a point where it's got that little tick and it says, you've caught up for today. Right?
Really?
Yeah,
I know the one. Yeah,
this is their response to being user friendly.
But that one
doesn't
doesn't appear anymore.
Right. It's not like based on your followers. I mean, if you go through the people you follows, that then you get the message only if you finish.
But it's like it's like a responsibility that they're pretending to have to not.
But is
have
it true?
your
So
users.
you're not. You mean that after a certain amount of stories that you watch, you get the message?
It's like okay, so you've scrolled already, right? An hour later, you're scrolling again, and you run out of new stories. So you're starting to go back into the ones you've seen previously that day.
Okay,
that's when it should be like, oh, you've caught up for today already.
Yeah. Oh. Alrighty.
But it's absolute bullshit because I mean it's kind of like the opposite of the game. You just want your users to be like engaged
Be on there
all the time.
All the time.
Attention is money these days.
But you mentioned you're not on. You never touch Coke. That's my fear with TikTok. That's why I don't want to install it. It's just I know myself.
It'll become your cocaine.
I've weaned myself off pretty much
Chinese
all
cocaine.
And that there is that thing. I've had it in different things where you make some content that's like picking up on wherever, like Reddit or whatever, and then I'm like, oh, and I have to keep checking like every 20 minutes to see how it's progressing. And do you know?
Yeah. No, I do it now, right now, but just I guess because it's
you have
the
to start your phone.
First weeks picking up. It's like I feel like the guy that's shooting heroin. No, but it's under control.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I can stop whenever I want.
Do you worry about that yet?
No, I mean, look, I never got addicted really to Facebook nor Instagram, nor TikTok. I guess I don't feel like it's a problem.
Well,
then when I will do like a video on TikTok, how I got addicted to TikTok.
That would be
Hi
fun.
guys, that's me. I just wanted to say that, and then crying in front of the camera.
I think
I
we
don't
come
see
to a
the
point in
comment.
time where we can start plugging. So here is your opportunity, Michaela, to tell us how to follow you on TikTok, how to find you anywhere online.
Oh, nice. So I try to put stage name now. It's Mike Casa.
Okay, wait.
We have to talk about that.
We have to talk about
Let's
this.
talk about that.
Let's talk about this for a second. That's a good one.
He's got a new stage name, apparently. Tell us.
Yeah.
I'm very skeptical.
What
This
was
is
it,
my
actually?
story. No, I use online for TikTok, and now I did also an account in Instagram. This is Mike Casa. So for two reasons. First of all, like Michele, no one knows how to pronounce it. When I say it's Michele Casava, then I think some people, like a few people, don't find me because they ask me after the show, hey, what's the name? It's like Michele. Do write it. Fuck it. And then I have to write it myself. So Mike Casa is easier. Secondly, since I work in corporate, I don't like that people that work with me, but not necessarily people that work with me. People, external companies, because I'm in the partnering division. So if I talk to an external company, they Google me, and the first thing they here goes, here's the clown, here's the clown. Well, are you a PhD in clowning, or that's I want to avoid that. That's
he went to that French school,
but okay. So
that's the thing.
First of all, you were just saying you don't have a TikTok problem, but you're literally trying to change your name. That's no problem.
No, but it's not a problem related to TikTok itself. I mean,
but it's a weird one because I've just gone fuck it. Like I think the only place I haven't made a big deal is on LinkedIn, but the weird thing is it's actually been largely positive. Like I was talking to a guy last week from an external company who'd heard I'd done stand up, and he's like pitching me his product for like 10 minutes and said, by the way, I hear you do stand up, and then the rest of the time he wants to talk about that and how he's thinking about it one day.
That's true. That's a point. But some of the material we have, it's deemed offensive by some people, right? You will always find someone that get offended by a joke. Yeah. So that's why also at work, I really try to keep my joking at a minimum, because I know that like some people are sensitive, some people will find this really edgy as a topic. So I just really avoid getting, especially in Roche. I work for Roche Diagnostics, right? We have a strong ethic, and I don't know if some jokes then might be on the other side of the line. For some people, right? And then they know, it's not friendly for the company. So that's the reason.
Okay, fair enough.
It's fair. Is it fair?
Yeah.
Can we agree it's fair?
It's totally fair. So you're now
Mike Casa.
Mike Casa,
comedian. You find Mike Casa comedian both in Insta and TikTok. I put the same jokes. I post the same jokes.
And Twitter? No.
Twitter? I don't have Twitter. I don't. I need Twitter.
I think I'm skeptical.
Twitter is having a comeback.
I get the reason why
after Elon invested money in it.
I get the reason why you want to do it. I'm skeptical that Mike Casa. I mean, the Casanova part that's like part of it's like me being Harry Fox. It's like a trade.
Yeah, but can you imagine Michele Fox?
What if you just make your name Casanova or something like that?
Nah, I hate that, like the separating thingy. I find it childish. I don't know. Casanova, like
fair enough.
Fabio. Is my Casa childisher? More childish.
My name is Breaker.
Okay, so you're on board on that. All right, good.
Should we try and get a better stage name for?
I think
you can try. You can try.
You like Mike?
I like Mike Casa.
It's easy. Yeah. It's so easy.
That's the whole point, right? Getting a large audience.
That's what you need. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So people can find you there. What else do you have to plug? Do you have any shows coming up?
Look, I'm taking part to the SRF bootcamp.
Are you doing
on
it
Sunday? Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So hopefully
you're going to be there with a friend of the show, Benjamin Delahaye.
Is Ben taking part?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay, I have no chance. Good.
Is this the newcomer of the year thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
You people and your newcomer of the year.
You're gonna learn a lot about SRF, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Have you been?
No.
All right.
Okay. All right. I won't knock it. You're killing it on TikTok, and you're like, you know what would improve my social media career if I go on
a
SRF
television station.
Okay, whatever. Fair enough.
Well, let's try it.
So when is that coming out? I guess that's like 4 or 5 months before they.
I don't know when they decide who goes to the next stage. Right. This is just practically a workshop on Sunday. Then I don't know if there is, because we don't even have to start with a set. So I guess it's the first stage, and then they probably will listen to our comedy at some point.
Okay.
We keep you posted.
That's going to be interesting.
Any shows you want to plug otherwise?
I don't have any. I mean, I just have open mics lately. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't have any show.
And are you gonna do the polyball?
Right. Yes, that's gonna happen probably. So
Fantastic.
We have a comedy room at Polyball. It's really good room.
We did.
Harry
Did
was
you do
there.
that?
I never did it. No.
It was an amazing night. We had 8 shows.
8 shows in a night.
4 English, 4 German, alternating, and it was crazy. It actually,
Fuck me.
but to do the comedy like that, it's like you become a comedy robot. It's just like new room, repeat the set.
And we're not talking about like a small room. I mean, we're talking
It was
depending relative to your mental image of a small room or
No,
a big
but it
room,
was
but it's
like-
150 people.
No, that's perfect.
Per show
That's fantastic.
for 8 shows. So we're talking about.
And when is that going to be? In June, July?
It's gonna be December.
December even. Okay.
Because it was cancelled because of COVID twice.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing. I already contacted the organizer for the new, let's say, new edition of the Polyball. It was, I think, September, and they say, yeah, it's gonna happen. And we were already, prepared,
Yeah.
let's say, and then. They at some point saying that's not gonna happen.
Wow.
Shit, because of COVID. I mean, you know, like in September, you know that in August, September, there was
a
this
split.
hope.
There was a
You
moment
know,
where
everyone,
we thought it's now
we are
done.
free, it's done.
after
and
so long of waiting. Maybe you should call it poly blue balls or something.
yeah, it's a good one.
It's
Well
you
done.
can bring it on stage at the Polyball. I will.
Gonna absolutely kill it. Deanie Beanie, anything you got to plug?
No, just search for @comic_strip.
Oh, you're doing the comic strip?
Yeah, comic strip show next Friday, 15th April, in Basel.
Nice.
That's gonna be great. It's gonna be filled with burlesque dancers and comedians.
And don't forget your.
And We Must Loot.
Yeah, We Must Loot. Follow that. Follow that account. I'm trying to get an Instagram store to actually seem legit. @We Must Loot. Yeah.
Cool.
Harry?
We got the In Your Face Easter special.
Shit!
You
didn't
gonna
know.
join
Oh,
us?
maybe I can. What is that? Really Easter? No,
It's
I'm
Easter
back in
Sunday.
the Chino. I'm back in the Chino.
It's really an expat thing. It's for all the expats who are like fucking everyone's gone.
It's
to their
orphan
family.
Easter.
It's orphan. It's like a. But
I like that.
but yeah, we were. There's already like I think 30 tickets gone for it. So it's
Hell yeah, that's going to be a good show.
Pushing
In your face.
26th of April. I think that's the Thursday. Yes. End of April, the last week of April. There's going to be shows with Yoshi Obayashi and Mike Spicer. Saying it right. In Bern and in Basel and in Zurich. And potentially a 4th city, which we are currently working on. Stay tuned.
Geneva.
Oh, and I got one more,
Yeah, of
one more,
Yeah.
one more important plug. So I'm going to Barcelona in a couple of weeks.
Wow,
Doing-
you're plugging your holidays.
No, I'm doing 6 shows out there already. I've got 6 shows lined up in Barcelona. It's crazy scene there. They're super nice. They're not like us, a bunch of selfish, like fighting assholes. They're like, oh, sure, you can come and do a show. They're really nice, actually.
You're gonna
It's
get
really
there,
weird.
and it's gonna be like 4 people.
Yeah, I don't care. But
It's gonna be awesome.
so
Yeah.
it's I think I'm getting up to about a show.
Nice.
Show a
When are you
night.
going?
In the 21st, I think. Taking a week.
21st.
Yes.
You
So we got to actually do some double upping on podcast.
Thanks for
think
that,
people
man.
on Barcelona
21st.
hear
of
this?
twen-
You think someone the XYZ show? Yeah, I know.
yeah, exactly. Well, we can no, but we can cut that bit, and then I can annoy people on TikTok in Barcelona with, and they'll have zero excitement or interest whatsoever.
But are you
that
doing long sets or open mics?
varies. I think the longest I got is 15 or 20. Most of it's like 5, 7.
Okay. So
But it's just just to check it out.
Cool. That's it for the plugs. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Michele,
much.
for
thank
coming.
you,
crossing
everyone.
over.
Thank you for having me.
Was this a worthwhile experience for you? Was it meet
I feel
expectations?
really relaxed now. I don't know what happened. Is there an after podcast where
We all
We're going to have an after podcast.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we all blow each other.
All right.
And then
Bye.
Okay. Okay.